Hi everyone, it is me, Sammy. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hope you're all having an amazing day whatever it is you're doing. In this video, I'm going to be showing you my top no-bake Christmas desserts, guys. I'm going to be showing you 5 different recipes in this video. We've got a chocolate yule log, some chocolate peanut butter bars, some pretzel wreaths, some chocolate Tiffin Christmas puddings, and also a decadent croque and bouche. If you do enjoy this video, guys, please don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Also consider subscribing down below. It'd mean a lot to me. And without further ado, let's dive into these recipes. I really hope you like them. First up, we're going to be making a chocolate yule log. Now this is the pudding I do every single year on Christmas Day. This is our Christmas pudding. So let's run through the ingredients and everything we need for this. I like using a cake board, but of course you guys can use a plate or any kind of way of serving it that you like. I'm going to be needing 350 grams of icing sugar, 50 grams of cocoa powder, assorted Christmas decorations, a chocolate jumbo Swiss roll, and 200 grams of salted butter. That's everything we need, guys. Let's dive into making it. The first thing we need to do is make our chocolate buttercream. I love using my Ninja food processor to make my buttercream just because it makes it so light and fluffy, but you can use whatever mixing method you like. Into here I'm going to add 200 grams of salted butter, 350 grams of icing sugar, and 50 grams of cocoa powder. And then to this we're just going to add a little splash of milk, and then we're going to mix it all together. That is our chocolate buttercream all made. Now I've got my cake board ready. We're going to cut our Swiss roll now into a shape of a T. So I'm going to cut about this much off the end, and I'm going to place that next to this section in the middle of the board. Just like that. Now what we're going to do is coat our entire yule log with our chocolate buttercream, covering the edges all over. And then once the yule log's covered, it's time to decorate. Now what I love to do is to use a fork to create the grain of the tree bark. So literally just dragging it lightly through the chocolate buttercream all over. And I also like to do a sort of swirl at the end for the trunk as well. So I'll sort of just drag the fork as a circle through there, and I'm just going to finish off doing the rest of this now. And that is how it's looking now. And now for the fun decoration finish, I'm going to pop a little bit of icing sugar into this really small sieve, and we're just going to shake it over the top to look like a light dusting of snow, just like so. I think this is really cute looking. You could leave it just like this for your yule log to be finished. However, I did pick up these little decorations, edible decorations and stuff from Asda, so I'm going to pop some of these on to make it feel even more Christmassy. And that is my little Christmas scene. I don't know, I've got the Christmas tree, Rudolph, Santa and a snowman on top of the log. I just think it's so sweet. So yeah, that is my first Christmas bake done, guys. Like I said, guys, this is perfect for a Christmas Day dessert, as well as family and friend gatherings around Christmas as a beautiful showstopper dessert. Now on to our second Christmas bake. We're going to be making some chocolate peanut butter bars, and we're going to be adding a little festive twist of some holly sprinkles to make it more Christmassy. Now this isn't a traditional Christmas dessert, but I do love to make it at Christmas to give to family and friends as gifts, like a little homemade baked gift. It's delicious, and also if I'm having any parties or anyone over, it's great to give out because people absolutely love them, if they love peanut butter, that is. So let's run through the ingredients that we're going to need for this second Christmas bake. We're going to need icing sugar, unsalted butter, some milk chocolate, some digestive biscuits, some smooth peanut butter, and some Christmas sprinkles of your choice. That's everything we need, guys, and let's dive into this second bake. First thing we need to do is melt our butter. So I'm going to be putting 225 grams of unsalted butter into a microwave safe dish, and then we're going to just put that into the microwave 10-20 second bursts until our butter's all melted. Now that's our butter all melted, into a food processor now I'm going to pop 240 grams of digestive biscuits, and we're going to blitz those until they're crumbs. Now to our blitzed biscuit, we're going to add 260 grams of icing sugar, as well as 375 grams of smooth peanut butter, and then we're going to add in our melted butter as well, and then we're going to blend that all up in our food processor again until it's smooth. That is our biscuit base done. Now we're going to transfer our biscuit base into our cake tin. Now that's our biscuit base complete. Now we need to make our chocolate topping, so we're going to melt together 300 grams of milk chocolate 270 grams of peanut butter. I'm going to pop them just in a microwave safe bowl, and then we're just going to microwave it again 10-20 second bursts until it's all smooth and combined. And then once that's all melted and smooth and smelling incredible, we're going to pour this over the top of our biscuit base now. Now the last thing to do to make this extra Christmassy and actually feel like a Christmas pudding, I'm just going to put some of these festive holly and berry sprinkles that I got from Asda on top. So I'm going to sort of like envision where I'm going to slice it and then pop a little bit of holly and berries on the center of each of our squares. These look absolutely adorable. This is going to go in the fridge now to chill for a few hours, and then once it's set we can come back, slice it up and serve it, and I can show you the end result. And that is our chocolate peanut little bars all chilled and set. Now we're just going to cut this up and divide it into the little bites. And that is our chocolate peanut butter bites all cut up and ready to go. I think they look so cute with the holly and the berries on top of their little bites. Oh my gosh, they're so tasty as well, guys. One of my all-time favorite recipes. And I love how we've managed to make these festive. So yeah, guys, that is our second Christmas treat complete. Now it's time for our third Christmas bake. What we're going to be making is some pretzel wreaths. We're going to be using some pretzels, some mini M&Ms, some strawberry laces, and some white chocolate. Super simple, great to make with the kids. Let's dive into it. Now I've just lined a baking sheet with some greaseproof paper. We're not actually baking for this Christmas dessert, but I do want to put them on a tray on some greaseproof paper to go into the fridge in a little while. Next step is to melt our white chocolate. So I'm just going to put our entire white chocolate bar into this bowl and microwave it for 10-20 second bursts until it's all melted and smooth. Now our chocolate is all melted, it's time for us to start putting together our wreaths. So we're going to be assembling them on our tray. So what we want to do is to dip our pretzels in the white chocolate and then place them next to each other in a ring shape. So we're going to create the first layer of the wreath now. Just like so. We're just going to follow this round in a circle. That's our first layer done. Now we're going to do a second layer, and we're going to be putting one pretzel in between the others. So again, we're going to dip into our chocolate and then we're going to place it on top like so. And then we're going to complete that for the whole second layer. So it looks just like that, and I've just finished making my 5 other wreaths as well. So we've got 6 pretzel wreaths so far. Now what we're going to do is just decorate them with some of our mini M&Ms. Just like so, looking gorgeous and festive now. Now what we're going to do is use our little strawberry laces to make little bows to stick onto the bottom of each of our wreaths. Now just with a small bit of strawberry lace, I'm going to loop it round and loop it round, and then we've got this gorgeous little bow. And that is our pretzel wreaths all decorated. Now I just need to chill these in the fridge for a couple of hours until the chocolate's all set and we can peel these away from the greaseproof paper, and then I'll be back in a little while to show you the finished result. And once our pretzel wreaths have been chilled, all we have to do is simply peel them off our baking tray, and that is our pretzel wreaths done. Now with these guys, you can of course decorate them however you like, putting some sprinkles on them and some glittery bits and pieces would make them look extra festive. These are such a cute idea to make for the family for Christmas, and they're perfect to make with the kids as well because they're super easy and there's no cooking involved, so it's safe for the kids to do as well. And yeah, that is our third festive treat complete. Now for our fourth no-bake Christmas dessert, let's run through the ingredients that we're going to need for our chocolate Tiffin Christmas puddings. Got some digestive biscuits, some cocoa powder, some caster sugar, some salted butter, some golden syrup, some little holly and berry sprinkles, some white chocolate, and a few raisins. But the raisins are optional, guys, but I think that raisins go really well with this chocolate Tiffin recipe. That's everything we need. Let's dive into making it. So I've just lined a baking tray with some greaseproof paper. We're not going to be baking in this, but I do want them to set on here while we pop them in the fridge later. And I've just put 225 grams of digestive biscuits into my food processor. We're going to blitz this up now till they're all crushed into little crumbs, and then we're going to move on to the next step. That's our biscuits all crushed. Now into a large saucepan, we're going to cut up 150 grams of salted butter. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of golden syrup and 3 tablespoons of caster sugar. Then we're also going to add 6 teaspoons of cocoa powder. Now we're going to pop this over a low heat now, and we're just going to wait for all the butter to melt now and for it all to be well combined and smooth. Now that's all melted and combined, what we're going to do now is stir in our biscuits and our raisins if we're using them. Then once our mixture is all mixed together, what we're going to do is get an ice cream scoop and we're going to scoop up some of the mixture and press this up against the side of the pan, just like so, and then onto our baking tray. We're just going to eject that, and there we have our chocolate Tiffin Christmas puddings. I'm just going to finish doing the rest of these now. We're going to chill these in the fridge now for an hour and then we'll be back shortly to decorate them. Now our chocolate Tiffin Christmas puddings have been chilling for an hour. I've now been able to take them off of the greaseproof paper and I've put them on a little chopping board for us to decorate. I've melted some white chocolate. Now what we're going to do is just pop a little bit of white chocolate onto the top of each of those to look like some Christmas pudding icing. That looks absolutely adorable, and then what we're going to do is just add some holly and berry sprinkles on top of each one to make it look like a Christmas pudding topping. And that is our chocolate Tiffin Christmas puddings complete, guys. These taste so good, so chocolatey. I love the biscuit, I love the raisin in there, but if you don't like that then you can leave those out. I do feel like it adds more of a Christmas pudding look to them though, and these are so cute to have out at Christmas, guys, and perfect for guests if you've got people over, or for you to just enjoy yourself. Absolutely love these. And that is our fourth no-bake Christmas dessert complete. And now for our fifth and final Christmas dessert, we're going to be making a croquembouche, guys, which is essentially a profiterole tower. We're going to make it extra special, extra Christmassy. Let's run through the ingredients we need. So first up, I'm using 2 packs of frozen profiteroles. These are the Asda ones. This is profiteroles and chocolate sauce. The profiteroles are still frozen, however I have taken out the chocolate sauces to defrost a few hours prior to making this. We've then got some pecans, some salted caramel sauce, some dried cranberries, some caster sugar, some golden sprinkles, some white chocolate, and some decorations. I've got some golden edible spray, some giant chocolate stars, and some golden pearls as well. I've also got a cake board to make this look extra fancy and decadent. That's everything we need, guys. Let's dive into making this croquembouche. In a small saucepan, I've just added 30 grams of caster sugar and 2 tablespoons of cold water. We're going to gently heat this over a low heat now. I'm just going to gently stir this for 1 or 2 minutes until our sugar has dissolved. And once our sugar's dissolved, I've just removed this from the heat now, and we're going to pop 50 grams of our dried cranberries in here. Now using a slotted spoon, we're going to remove our cranberries from here now, pop them on a plate and let them set for 15 minutes. Now in a bowl, I've put 30 grams of our pecans, and I'm just going to spray these now with our edible gold glitter spray. That is some festive looking pecans right there. Now all the rest of our decorations are already salted, so we just need to heat up some salted caramel sauce and some white chocolate. Now I've got 75 grams of white chocolate here. I'm going to pop that into the microwave on 20-second bursts until it's all melted and smooth, and then we're just going to microwave 50 grams of our salted caramel sauce just for 10 seconds so that it loosens up. Now that's our salted caramel sauce and our white chocolate all ready to go. And the last thing to do for our decorations is, once our cranberries are cooled and set, we're just going to sprinkle these with a little bit more caster sugar, just like that. Now that's all our different components ready now. Now it's time to assemble our croquembouche. Now we've got our cake board ready and our frozen profiteroles all ready to go. Now what we're going to do is start stacking these in a pyramid in the center of the cake board, using our white chocolate as the glue to stick them all together. Just over halfway through doing this now, and this is how we're looking. I've got another sort of 1 layer and then 1 to put on top now to go. Now our croquembouche is stacked. What we're going to do is pour over our chocolate sauces and our caramel sauce. And that is our tower covered in the caramel sauce and the chocolate. Now we're going to decorate with our pecans, our cranberries, and our gold pearls. We're just going to scatter those all over now. This is looking so cool. So last thing I need to do now is just pop on some of our gold sprinkles and then pop one of our giant chocolate stars on the top. And that is our croquembouche done, guys. How glorious will this look as a centerpiece? So Christmassy, so gold, and so beautiful, and honestly tastes incredible, guys. This will be ready to eat within an hour of making it, and it can stay in the fridge for up to 24 hours, guys, just in case you wanted to make it ahead of time. And yeah, that is our final Christmas no-bake dessert. What a showstopper. That's everything I have for you in today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you liked the recipes in this video. Let me know your favourite one down below. I loved every single one of them. I couldn't possibly pick a favourite. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and thank you for all the love and support on my channel at the moment. It means the absolute world to me. And yeah, hopefully I will see you very, very soon for another video. Take care. Bye.